this morning to the first Regional and Suriname Renewable Energy Forum 2022 with a theme charting the sustainable energy pathway for CARICOM in Suriname. Our future is electric. As the Minister responsible for energy in Suriname and taking into consideration ongoing developments, it's more than relevant to talk this morning about energy security in Suriname. How can we balance the oil, gas, and renewable sources in Suriname? What do we do? How do we do it? And how will we continue doing that? And at the end of my speech, I will refer to these questions. What do we do? How do we do it? And how will we continue doing that? How can we balance the oil, gas, and renewable sources in Suriname? The Regional and Suriname Renewable Energy Forum is a meeting place and platform for all those active and involved in the energy sector, be it oil, gas, renewables, for networking and synergy opportunities. In this new era, the post-COVID era, there is an unmatched eagerness in the world, and thus also the Caribbean, to push forward with the energy transition. The time for discussions has ended. Action is required, and action is at the center stage now. How can we, as the Caribbean, make the utmost of the possibilities that are available in the world? The kind of action that will take place that shall determine our use of the opportunities that are in abundance, with investors waiting, but the lack of a solid framework, I think that's slowing down progress. As investor interest increases, we need to move the regulatory framework in place. The need of enabling regulatory frameworks has become even more urgent if we want to achieve regional and national energy targets. The full and free dialogue which is needed at this Regional and Suriname Renewable Energy Forum should symbolize the power of collaboration, not only within Suriname, but also within the Caribbean region. Partnerships are key to project development and implementation. Whether between strategic international and local players for utility scale projects, or between the business community and project developers who can provide optimized energy solutions in the growing energy market. No single organization or set of stakeholders can make the transition happen alone. Not the government, not civil society, not the private sector. We have to work closely together. We must be aware that the government facilitates the development of the energy transition, but the private sector should step in, should step up. For me, the private sector has a pivotal role to play, and they should step up to take the position. In the end, we will count on each other to make good use of the sources of energy given to us, and use of individual expertise to develop our part of the sector. Collaboration between all stakeholders is of eminent importance. The substance of the first regional and Suriname Renewable Energy Forum, its content in particular, will be one of an intangible feeling of urgency and demand to exchange ideas and information in order to implement the renewable energy technology and models that are out there can be adapted to the regional and of course to the Surinamese environment. That's why I believe that this event is one that augurs well for movement and momentum in the markets over the coming months and years. And now, zooming in on the energy sector in Suriname, the quality of service in Suriname's power system is critical during peak periods in the dry season, and that has to do with the lower level of the water in the lake, coinciding with the warmer periods of the year, partly related to the consumption of air conditioning equipment. Renewable energy generation with solar photovoltaic technology and energy efficiency can help to improve the reliability and quality of electricity supply in Suriname. Also, renewable energy can contribute to deferring additional investments in the new generation, but also transmission and distribution infrastructure and reduce overloads in the power system. Currently, electricity is highly subsidized by the governments, and it is my firm belief that renewable energy, but also energy efficiency, can increase the affordability of electricity, especially by reducing the energy bills to the most vulnerable customers, as well as bring economic savings to the government. Of course, besides the fact that they contribute to the reduction of CO2 emissions and the creation of new green jobs. Due to the quality of the solar resource in Suriname, despite the rapid fall in the cost of solar technology, solar generation will likely be a good option for small-scale installations in poorly interconnected areas of the country. Some small-scale projects have already been developed, including ABS solar project in Atoni, as well as other mini solar grids in different villages in the interior, for example, Godolo, but also Uyaba, Islay. More of these small-scale installations are being implemented or in preparation to be implemented. This is one of the pillars of the government's energy policy, since the flip of the coin, the alternative is standalone diesel generators in over 120 communities in the interior of Suriname. So one of the main goals of our policy is to make sure that we install the off-grid hybrid solar systems in different villages in Suriname. Our national energy policy is designed and structured to ensure that by 2030, every Surinamese has a modern, efficient energy sector, providing that Suriname has a modern and efficient energy sector, providing all citizens with access to affordable energy supplies. And of course, long-term energy security, towards enhancing the quality of life of all Surinamese, towards achieving international competitiveness and environmental sustainability. So it comes down to access of energy, access to energy for all, comes down to sustainability, modernization, and affordable energy as the main components of our national energy policy. Suriname has opportunities available to improve the sustainability of its electricity sector. The main objective that Suriname should address regarding achievement of 100% electrification by 2030 should be one that can stimulate future growth through clean energy and sustainable economic activities. We can undergo an ambitious energy transition and grow the economy up to fivefold, while keeping greenhouse gas emissions from energy generation at around the current levels. This can be done through the replacement of expensive, polluting heavy fuel oil with natural gas as a bridge to an energy system built mainly from hydropower, solar, and wind power. Alongside the national low-carbon energy transition, targeted investments can be made in the underlying infrastructure of a broader low-carbon economy to create jobs all over the country and enhance livelihoods. This includes investments to enhance digital connectivity in underserved communities, to improve transportation, improve access to finance, and create micro and small low-carbon enterprises. It also includes targeted support for indigenous and tribal communities. And as a matter of fact, as we speak, we already started an assessment phase within 10 Amerindian villages in South Suriname to bring to them clean water, clean energy, and digital connectivity, hoping to create a spin-off effect as well in the business development of these villages. And I want to thank IDB for supporting us in this endeavor. The goals and strategies underpinning the national energy policy should be comprehensive and is expected to be durable to 2030 and beyond. Yet, they are flexible and adaptable to meet new challenges and opportunities as they arise. This strategic framework addresses both supply and demand energy issues and places priority attention on 7 key areas. And I want to mention the key areas. The first being providing access to energy for all and ensuring energy security. Security of energy supply through diversification of fuels. Modernizing the country's energy infrastructure. Increasing the proportion of renewables in the national energy mix. Energy conservation and efficiency. Development of a comprehensive regulatory framework. And lastly, efficiency in the mining sector and other production sectors. By focusing on these 7 priority areas, the national energy policy will ensure that by 2030, all citizens will have access to energy and there will be energy security, advancing the economy, contributing to international competitiveness and market reductions in poverty. Through the policy, Suriname will set the foundation to enable it to take further advantage of renewable energy sources. The policy will also provide strategies to ensure effective promotion of conservation and efficiency in the use of energy sources amongst all sectors of society, thereby creating thus a more sustainable Suriname. To conclude, I want to refer to the questions I asked at the beginning of my speech, and the answer is simple, but yet challenging, because as a country, as a region, we have to acknowledge that we have to collaborate. Now, more than ever, the opportunities are numerous. The opportunities are numerous, but we need a regulatory framework to be able to work closely together in order for us all to be able to benefit. Suriname will establish a new national energy policy in the coming period with the input of all relevant stakeholders. I want to thank the Energy Authority Suriname, EAS, for organizing this forum, of course with the support of the different partners, IDP, the Ministry, CBD, CICRI. Thank you, audience, for being here this morning and being here the coming 3 days. Yeah, thank you for attending the forum. Please make sure to learn, to engage, to network, yeah, make maximum use of the broad spectrum of networking opportunities offered. And for those of you coming from abroad, welcome to Suriname. Thank you for visiting Suriname. It was a very good choice, and make sure you enjoy the country while being here in the coming days. Thank you all.
Dat is de minister van Natuurlijke Hulpbronnen, die met een speech heeft gehouden. Het gaat dus vandaag over Energy 3 dagen in Suriname. Ook belangrijk natuurlijk.
Thank you,
hoe wij het voorbereiden.
The following speaker is Miss Ferguson, Sherry Ann Ferguson. She is the Secretary Knowledge Management and Capacity Development expert. She has more than 10 years experience in the renewable energy sector. Please give a warm welcome to Miss Ferguson.
Project weer naartoe. Dit zijn ook erg belangrijke dingen waar Suriname mee bezig is, en het zijn ook positieve dingen. Oké, ik ga eruit.
Good morning, colleagues. I am here to speak with you about the energy report cards. So annually, the CICRI collects data on each of the CARICOM member states, and we produce what is known as an energy report card